All right, let's talk
Okay,
about these
so
guys.
for Team 1 on the Prongo fight, Mediator Queric is on Warhorn just to help him cycle, bring some additional damage to the team. He's our principal cleanser and stripper, with his S2 having a strip on it and his S3 giving a full cleanse attack buff to the whole team. He is one of the linchpin units. If you don't have Mediator Queric, honestly, you probably shouldn't have been going Dark Element in the first place.
Be nice to them. But yeah, he's very good for this, especially because not only does he do all that, he cycles around really quickly once we do have the cleanse, and sort of placing your turns in the right position is the most important thing in Prongo fights, right? There are a lot of times where we want to save our team one turn, but then we also need to stop something happening on the same turn. So because he's constantly pushing himself up and others up, he really does a good job of getting himself and others into position, and the 15% push-up on this S1 also can't be really ignored. It's still a really good thing for him that he gets out of this.
Right. Not her. She's next team.
Yeah, you're right.
Kitty Clarissa, she's our secondary cleanse and strip unit. Her S2 has a cleanse, which is 100%, while Loveliness is in effect. And her S3 is her transform cleanses the whole team as well. She's got a dual attacks on her S1 while she's in Loveliness, so it effectively makes her as good as a second DPS, and her synergy with dual attacking with Commander Lorena, whose CR pushes, is crazy. Now, props to Divine. The brainchild he had was this artifact Temperance.
Ooh, not me. I believe this is Evan.
This is Evan? Well, you remembered
Evan's
it this
idea,
season.
I remembered it. Yeah.
Right. So props to Divine for remembering Evan's idea, because this is really nice. This artifact that you can get from the Book of Memories is not required. You can put just about any warrior artifact on her, from Sigurd's to a Golden Rose to help her self-sustain. She is a warrior. She does do decent damage, to a boosting artifact like Squirt Gun or Card of Small Miracles. But this one, giving a barrier to the ally with the lowest health, can really help save your life in this one. So, nice addition to the team. Commander Lorena is our principal DPS unit. Her CR pushing on her S1, her ability to soul burn her S3 into an additional attack with her S1 lets her do giga damage. She hits really, really hard. You really want this girl on a rage set if you can pull it off. Pen set is not as important. It's really nice for extra damage, but if you want to get the crit chance up, if you're still only level 3, I would recommend a crit set to get your crit chance up to close to 100%. Remember, we have elemental advantage, so you only need to be 85. By level 4, you won't need any crit set bonuses. The artifact Divine's chosen is Portrait of the Savior. This is a smart artifact because it does boost your damage. A lot of people pass this over because they think, well, halfway through the fight, I'm not going to do any bonus damage because it only works when the enemy is over 50% health. The first stage Prongo is always over 50% health. That's his entire gimmick. As at 50% health, he runs away and the wardens show up. So this is actually a fantastic artifact to use for the first half. If you don't have this, you could use Our Beautiful Seasons. You could use Jacko's Symbol. You could use what's that free one that's basically Portrait of the Saviors?
It's the one with Odin sitting there.
Yeah,
Our Beautiful Seasons.
No, there's the other one. The Prelude to a New Era.
Yeah, Prelude to a New Era. Conquer Lilium.
There's a variety of artifacts you could use. Just anything to boost her damage, make her hit harder. And what team is not complete without a Soul Weaver? There are not many Soul Weavers for Dark that actually do healing. Ainos is the best. All of her skills heal. She's got a defense break on her S1. If you soul burn the defense break, it's a 2-turn, or soul burn the S1, it's a 2-turn defense break with a 100% chance to proc. And that's key. You're going to want to use your souls mostly on Ainos. Her S3 is a giga big heal, as well as a speed buff, I believe, for the entire team, and an attack buff. So boosting speed and attack while healing everybody, that is a really nice skill to whip out when you need it. All of her skills are attack-based. There are no non-attack skills, so you want to use something that directly boosts healing when she takes a turn, like Celestine, or something that passively boosts healing when she doesn't take a turn, like, say, Touch of Rekos or Guardian Ice Crystal. I think that is it for the Dream Team. Let's see how it performs, Divine.
Yep.
Make sure you
Good.
turn auto battling off.
Yep.
Okay, good. We're off. Now, the turn order in this team is somewhat important, and it's going to change based on your level. As you level 3 and level 4 might turn order slightly differently, but let's every single time Prongo takes a turn, he does these skills in order. So you can plan a couple of moves in ahead to see what's going to be best. Now, we could transform Kitty now, but we lose the really nice cleanse. That would allow us to get a dual attack in. We just got to decide if do we want the dual attack off Kitty now, or do we want the attack buff off of Mediator Coeric and save the cleanse for Kitty when we run into some issues. I think we go ahead and transform Kitty now, and we stall Mediator Coeric 1 round.
Yeah, I really don't think Kitty does much of anything unless she's S3, S1ing. Plus, it's going to push up our Karina.
Yep, this will push up Lorena. Bam. Nice. Okay, let's see here. How far away is our need for a strip? Our need for a strip is not until the counter, right?
So he's going to give himself an attack buff here.
We want to strip the
here,
attack
this
buff.
is going to stun 2 people if he's buffed.
But we'll have immunity, that's fine.
Yeah, and over here, he's going to transfer
and we'll need
all
a cleanse,
his debuffs.
Which won't matter because we'll have immunity.
And when he has a buff, he will do a bunch of bad stuff.
Right. Go back to the first skill. Does he strip on the first skill? I think he does.
No, nope. He just puts.
Is it the second one that he strips?
No.
Okay, so I think here.
I believe it's. Actually, wait. When does he? If he strips here if he has a debuff on him.
Right, and that's why we want to save the S2. I think we just S1 here.
Yeah, here you go. Wait.
Yeah, next round we S3 for immunity, so we can't take any of the debuffs, and then his, we probably could have S2'd for the attack down and been okay. It probably would have come back in time. But anyway, I want to save the S3 until we have a defense break, so I would just S1 here. Okay, there's the attack buff. Let's burn this and get a guaranteed defense break. Well, not guaranteed, but 100%. But more importantly, it's a 2-turn one. Now we can drop the S3 into that juicy defense break. Yeah, I think we did do a slight misplay. I think we should have S2'd Coeric early on, but we'll see. Now, this is the turn where he stuns, so we want our immunity up. So go ahead and S3. We actually could have burned it for a 2-turn, to make the immunity and attack buff longer, but this is fine. It's next turn where if he is buffed, he does things, right?
Yeah.
He still has attack buff. Why don't we could S1 and do some damage, but he's going to hit really hard with that attack buff. Why don't we S2 and strip the attack buff and make ourselves a little more survivable? Nice. I'm glad we did that. I think it's time to S3. We get the speed buff. We reinvigorate our attack buff. We heal everybody up. Nice. We want to save the S2 to strip, right? Yeah, see, we definitely would have had our S2 back. We could have used the S2 round 1. I think here we just use the S1 to push up. Why'd you hit the crystal?
I'm honestly worried we die.
Okay.
I'm keeping it low so we can hit it.
So
when
we can hit it if we need it. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's hit into that defense break. Get some more points. Nice. Unfortunate timing, but S1 and you should let Lorena cut.
I don't think so. I think the boss. Yeah, the boss does that afterwards.
Okay. What's this next turn?
Seals all enemies. Attacks all enemies. And grants vitality to the caster. This is where we need to hit him 10 times or we die.
Yes. Okay. As long as we transform Kitty before he goes into this phase, we're good.
Okay. Do you want to hit the crystal now? Or save that for somebody else?
I think we don't do that with Lorena. I think we do that with Inos.
Got it. No, because we don't want to burn here on him with Inos.
Oh, you're right. Yep, burn it. Get the defense break back up. I think we're going to be okay. Transform Kitty, and let's hit the crystal to heal up. Yep, because if we zero out the crystal, we are healed, right?
Yeah.
That's good. Let's just S3 into the boss. Okay, now we've got his rage thingy up. It's a little fireball thing, right? Icon on the top bar. This effect is dispelled after suffering an 8th attack. We have to attack him 8 times before he takes a turn, or we are boned. So, just S1 normal. Don't burn it. You'll see why in a minute. So there's one hit. Mediator can, there's no real reason to push. Let's S2. Or we need the strip for later,
We need the strip for this. We need the strip for this.
Yeah, okay, so let's just S1. Maybe we get a dual attack. There's 2 hits. S1 here. 3 hits, 4 hits. And then, oh, we don't have our S3. Why didn't we save it for the soul burn? 4. We got a dual attack. We really lucked out on that. Just S1 for the push. If we needed to save Lorina's soul burn, because then she could have soul burned her S3 into her S1, and this would have been a lot safer. But we lucked out that we got that dual attack in. It literally saved us. So make sure you save Lorina's S3 so you can soul burn it in this phase to get your 8 hits in, or you will probably die without a lucky 5% dual attack. And I say 5% because Kitty's got a imprint that gives 2.5% dual attack. Alrighty then. I think it's a burn. If you soul burn the S2, it ignores the R, and we guarantee get rid of that gab.
That's what we're saving Mediator for.
Mediator's pretty heckin' far down the line.
Okay. You wanna... Okay.
Don't you think? What else are we gonna do with it?
No. I'm just... You speak, I listen.
Get the defense break up. Good luck. Nice. S3. Put some good damage down. We need to S2 for the barriers or we're boned. We're not going to live the next hit without barriers up. And he's going to go next, so S2 him.
Oh.
That's fine. I would rather had the attack down on him to keep him from killing, but it's okay. Lorena still live. Transform and cleanse all this BS off.
Get it all off. Now we're just back to this. He's going to stun, and then he's going to kill everyone. So we just need enough health to live.
We lost our healer and defense breaker with that, so...
I think we hit it here, and then the rest of our attacks just go into him.
I think you could hit him, and Meteor Quirk could hit the crystal.
Gotcha.
Oh, no, we got S3 here for the stuns, and then Lorena hits the crystal for a heal. Hit the crystal for the heal. Yikes. Okay, just do what you can here. S2 hits harder, S1 is push up, yeah. Burn it, nice. Nice final hit. And Prongo does his last hit, which you cannot live through. So, some areas where we could have improved, right? We could have saved Lorena's soul burn for the frenzy stage. We could have handled the S2 to put an attack down on Prongo, so we might have had our Inos survive that. But all in all, man, 800k points. Look at that point ratio compared to everyone else in the guild. It's a really good team, man. You did 800k points in one entry. People are barely even halfway to your score with 2 entries. So,
but
you have a team 2 cooking. Remember, you can only attack Prongo twice per day. So hold back enough provisions and units to smack this guy twice. Then you're kind of done for the day, unless you have the relic that lets you attack him more than once. Which really isn't that big of a deal, because you start to run out of units. Okay, so we're going to try using C Poly as our primary stripper and dual attack unit, Sinful Angelica as a cleanser and dual attack unit and also attack buffer. ML Bologna is really, really good in this, especially if you are level 3, because she guarantees the defense breaks, but really you should try to get to level 4 before you attack a level 4 boss. What about a defense breaker? You're going to use a artifact to get defense break onto your C poly, right? Smart.
Yeah, the defense break gives us, the Miss Confile gives us defense break on her.
Who's your 4th?
I'm trying to think. As I said, if I had light leveled, it would just be Camilla, because I don't really care whether or not she has like the added bonus things. She just doesn't get the heal from the crystal.
Okay, you are just dark. You don't have any other elements leveled. Yeah. Our sustain is what's hurting us. We don't have any sustain here.
We have Singelica sitting there pretending like she's gonna help.
You know who you do have? Blood Moon Haste.
You think he really does it for this fight?
I think he is your only option. Since you don't have any backup elements to support your dark, which, by the way, you really should have a backup element to support dark. Dark doesn't have enough Soul Weavers to really drive this home. So consider a backup Soul Weaver, but I think Haste with Celestine will do just fine for us.
I think it was just mixing in together the light units at some point, because as you said, it was impossible to get sustained for these people after the first.
Okay, let's do the right thing by our imprints. So let's put Sinji up front, and let's put Bologna at the bottom, and let's swap Haste and Bologna.
Yeah, we go in with this, you know. I actually think the decrease attack, if we hit it, will be nice. This is a form of sustain, and please stop kicking my goddamn ass. Thank you very much.
Yeah, the attack down on Sinful is really, really useful. Plus her dual attacks, her cleanse when she has 3s. We got the Celestine artifact for additional healing. If you don't have the Celestine artifact, you can go for any other healing artifacts. Everything this boss does is AoE, so you get pretty good value out of things like Touch of Rekos or Guardian Ice Crystal, but with her attacks, Celestine does heal by 12%. It's not damage based, so it's a really good Singelica artifact for sustain in this. And our backup healer, our second healer, because neither of these are strong enough healers to run alone, is Blood Moon Haste. The nice thing about Blood Moon Haste is this S3 does have a strip on it. Yeah, S3 skill. There we go. Dispels all buffs from the enemy when attacking with the scythe. And that's nice, because there are certain situations where you need to strip.
The nice thing, I think, actually is the barrier. When people start piecing out towards the end of the fight,
this is a nice survival mechanic.
Yeah.
Right, because usually it's not everybody dies. It's one unit dies and everybody else is at death's door. And this lets him effectively give artificial HP in the form of barriers and protect everybody so you can finish the fight out. So he might do more for us than we think here. Good safety net. And again, Celestine, Touch of Rekos, Guardian Ice Crystal, any heal booster would be fine. You could even put a Shamadra's Staff on him to boost the organic healing. We have got Sea Phantom Poly.
This is going to dispel one, and it's also a dual attack, most importantly with highest attack, right? So you're talking about the Conqueror Lilius. My only problem with her is that she doesn't do... hers is random. We have 2 here that is with highest attack, which I think really orchestrates us into a better DPS-like situation. And of course, as we said before, you know, if you have somebody who either heals, like the Bologna in this case from her S1, or in another instance, somebody who CR pushes up, like the Commander Lorena when she has her when S1 is present, then that could be really good. I'm actually thinking if she works out here, we might replace somebody on Team 1 with Sea Phantom Politis to get max damage. But then she's also going to be a stealth, which is actually really good because stealth decreases damage from AoE attacks, and everything Prongo does is AoE attack, right? So she's got some survivability actually in this that people may not respect. Or expect, I should say. And then the S3 is going to do the classic, right? It's going to give us rage, which will trigger rage effects if you're running something like Dark Fire. It's going to dispel even more buffs, which is going to back us up as a secondary dispel. Essentially, with her, we always have a dispel option up, which is really nice. and then it's going to decrease the boss's speed, hopefully. It's going to increase I don't think it's going to touch his combat readiness, but just giving us the speed is going to enable us to take more turns. And then, if we get lucky, she places defense break, and then
lucky.
we get to go ham.
Speaking of speed, do you think there's any way we could get a speed set on this girl? Because 147 ain't it, and you do not have a set on her.
I think she's beautiful the way she is, as is every woman I'm told to marry. But yeah, we will do so.
It's like every little bit. But let's look at C Poly now, and instead of 147 speed, now she's 177 speed. So you can see how important sets are inside. And that HP, man, that 6% HP, that got us above 10k health. And let's look at our primary DPS unit. That would be Lone Crescent Bologna.
Don't have to worry about this lower crit chance. Because she's going to always crit, has a very much higher crit damage stat, I think. This is the problem, I think, with Bologna. She's really good at the beginning, and then she falls off towards the later parts of the game, because everyone's maxed out on crit damage, everyone's maxed out on most of their stats, and I don't think she hits attack as hard as other people, but she's bringing she's going to be giving herself immunity, but she's also going to be hitting like a truck if we soul burn this, which we can once we get a proc off of Miscon file. Because there's constant AoEs, there'll be constant bat backs, and these also increase her combat readiness. So that's going to be very helpful. And then she's going to be able to give herself vigor. And vigor is going to increase her attack even more. It's going to increase her defense, so she's not the squishiest DPS on this side of the country. And it's going to make me a very, very happy boy. Actually, no, I think that critted damage because of destruction set down here. But then she's got Sacred Scythe, because she always has a Sacred Scythe, because if she's not on life steal stat, she's in Sacred Scythe.
So the vigor plus the rage she gets from C Poly will be pretty impressive. And yeah, I can't emphasize enough how good her S2 is with constant AoE spamming, because every single attack the boss does is AoE. Sacred Scythe, I am not 100% sold on. I'm debating on whether or not she would be better on Portrait or some kind of damage artifact, but you know what? I want to see her drop below the 50% health mark and have Sacred Scythe be better.
For her, yeah. I mean, if you want, we could change it. Absolutely, I don't care that much, but
you know, if you have it and it's leveled, Shaltir's artifact might be interesting, because it'll keep her healed with every attack.
It's your wife.
Yeah, we'll try Shaltir's artifact. So we're dropping from a 30% heal down to a 14% heal, but it's going to be on all of her attacks. Well, not her S2, of course, but on her S1. More consistent, steady healing, which might be better for this.
And she gets some damage up still. That's also good.
Okay, there is the dream team. Let's see if this works.
I'm so worried it's going to be randomly up this time.
Okay. I don't see any reason to not S3 right out of the gate, because nothing strips, and her S1 is just as good of a strip for us.
Well, it might be to just hope for a Miscon file proc. That's about it, yeah.
I think we go ahead and do this.
S3?
Or do you want to save it? Let's just attack. Let's just attack down, because we don't have immunity. How far off? Hang on. How long of a turn down is her S3? It's a 4-turn cooldown. When do we get the seal and the stuns?
Seal comes here, I believe.
Okay.
We're sped up.
So we'll be back up by then. I'm just concerned about the stun turn. What's the turn where if he has a... I'm not worried about if he has a buff.
Right here. But doesn't Blood Moon haste? We have 2 people who on their S1 strip buffs, right?
Yes, yes. I'm not worried about the strip. I'm worried about just everybody getting stunned and jacked up by that.
Well, he only does it if he has... Oh, wait. Yeah.
It only... Yeah, he stuns 2 instead of everybody. I mean, we're going to waste 2 turns of her dual attack if we don't rip it now. I think we just do it.
Alright, we'll find out the consequences of our actions. Let's see. Is he immune to slow speed? He is.
He is indeed immune to slow.
Game hates you, bro. We just S1, right?
Yeah, we just S1. There's no reason to S2 at this point. There's the buff block. That's unfortunate. Of all the units to get buff block, it had to be her.
We hit.
Yeah, just blast him. I think you just well, you could have S3'd, but this is fine. Dual attack. Nice miscon file.
At least we got the strip, bro. I'm not gonna complain too much.
Yep. Yeah, for real, for
So
real.
R3 doesn't really do anything for us, right?
No, we saved the S3 for when we absolutely need a strip. Celestine's putting in work. Oh, it only stunned one.
I'll
so
take
I
one out
guess
of
we
two.
can't complain. Why not? You're saving the S3. I think you don't save the S3. I think you just drop it, and then we can burn the S1 when we get a defense break.
Gotcha.
The nice thing about Bologna is her repeated spam hitting of the crystal with her passive kind of helps keep everybody healthy, because when the crystal is zeroed out, we get a nice heal buff.
Ooh, do you see how little that damage is when he's attacked down? That's nice. That's real nice.
Yeah, it's real nice.
Confile
proc. Get a confile proc. Oh, man.
Not even looking like
that'd have been so nice. Some immunity.
So this is where the shriek happens.
That's okay. We're fine here because we're not fine. She's gonna waste a turn.
Yeah, a lot of people are about to waste a turn. Oh wait, no, she gets up here.
You got to do it. You got to get her up and running because we need the dual attacks. That'll save us. I think that'll save us.
Yeah, I was about to say, thank God. We need the dual attacks.
Does this count towards the frenzy
yes,
timer?
this does.
It does count. That's amazing. So there's 1, 2, 3. Just go ahead and do it. Hopefully I don't have regrets, but I think the speed buff is too important to not get on everybody. The speed buff more than the dual attacks. Hit it. 4. Dual attack, please. 5. 6, 7.
Oh, there's multiple
8.
people ahead.
Beautiful.
There's multiple people ahead of him. Yeah, we're good.
Yeah, the speed buff was clutch. Oh man, we got the defense buff up too, or defense break up too.
Now I need one of these 8.
Okay, now, you do not hit Prongo. You do not hit Prongo. Oh, no, wait, you could... No, we just need to get rid of Gab. It's not counter. I'm so used to that being
okay. I was like, what? Is something I miss?
Yeah, nope. Blast him.
Blast him, Taki Mikazuchi!
Nice hit.
I just
Strip.
need you to...
No confile.
He resisted it.
Oh man,
we're never using this. We gotta hit this. I mean, he actually just heals with this. So I guess it is S1 actually. Oh, so did she get stripped?
She got stripped.
That's unfortunate.
That's really unfortunate, but it was worth it for the speed buff, right? It was definitely worth it for the speed buff.
We're not using these souls any other time.
Yep. Saving them for Epic 8, I guess. S3.
I'd actually like to just get this on him here.
Sure. Okay, hear me out. Should we S3 the crystal?
Absolutely. Let's see what happens.
Let's see if it's enough damage. It is not enough damage.
Not even close.
Not even close.
Not even close to.
I think you. Okay. I think we.
I want to burn in there.
I hit that Tennessee with no loot.
Oh, well, we
no
don't live. We die here.
All
so we just
day.
burn in
From
there,
the kitchen floor to the toilet seat. From the dining table to the bedroom. From the bathroom sink to the shower. From the front porch to the balcony. Vertically, horizontally, quadratic, exponential, logarithmic. While she gasps for air, I screaming for more.
Okay. So, I think we've got plenty of time to drop this into the boss. The crystal only needs 1 hit to heal up our team. So let's burn this into Prongo, I think.
Why would we ever hit the crystal? We're on the last attack.
Oh, we are. You're right. It's the rest.
So I'm saying, yeah, we're just all in on the boss.
Yeah, all in.
That's all in on the boss.
Oh, no defense break. Come on. May as well just
pray
S1.
for dual attack.
Yeah, just S1 pray for a duel. The S3 doesn't. I mean, it does give attack buff, but who cares at this point? Burn it. I mean, who are you saving the souls for?
It just ignores effect resistance on burn.
I know.
It doesn't do any more damage.
That was still a pretty good run. You did 815 the last time, and this time you did. So you did 622. That was really good. That's still better than almost anybody else did on a single run. 1.4 million. You damn near soloed this Prongo. 2 fantastic teams for being this boss. You can literally have 2 people in your guild build dark elements and use these teams, and you've taken care of Prongo with just 2 members. So I don't want to hear we aren't able to do this because we only have 20 people in our guild. If you're organized and you're smart about it, you pick the right units and you build like Divine built, you should be able to do this quite handily. So there is your Dark Prongo team. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Have a great one, everybody.